Hello and welcome to L.E.N.S, where we have real topics.
Real conversation.
Real solutions.
So thank you all for joining us today. Since the last time we were all together, a lot of things have changed. Two of us have new jobs. That'll be me. I'm one.
Yay for
And
them.
that's two. And then also we are experiencing a pandemic. Wow. So we kind of want to check in today to talk about how the pandemic has been affecting us as we are all living different lives within our households, and want to encourage you all about what you can do as we come to the end of the pandemic as it relates to sheltering in place, but probably a brand new world and a brand new normal going forward. So who wants to start?
So let me start.
Oh,
I'm not sure. A lot of the people that are connected to us on L.E.N.S also are connected to me on Lynette Inc. and also Family Franchise. And you probably noticed that I have not been posting very often, or recently not at all. The whole reason for that is that being sheltering in place with this beautiful, wonderful, large family that you normally see online seems very fun and very awesome. And at times it is. I mean, I love being at home with my family. It is beautiful and wonderful. And on the flip side of that, having a lot of time with family lets you see all the broken areas and things that need to be dealt with. And for me, I was like, I did not want to post a lot of happy things when there was a lot of moments where instead of me being happy, I was definitely not happy. I was crying or frustrated or wondering like if there's a certain order I should kill people, or, that kind of thing. Just being real.
So the ebbs and flows. So
Yes.
ups and downs.
Absolutely. And I think it was a lot of time by myself with me and just talking to myself and talking to God. And I didn't like everything that I came up with. I think it's nice sometimes to be busy. My former job, I was always busy, always moving, always doing something. And I think it just kept me distracted from a lot of things that I just needed to deal with internally. So for me, I think large family, great. On the flip side, you have a lot of family time, something I've always prayed for. On the other end, it's some real work. And sometimes you want to be like, get away from me. I just want to be in the bathroom by myself and not you knocking on a door. I don't want to cook anything. Can we just have cereal or bread and water? Like real issues. And then just looking at the fact that, a lot of things are out of my control. And as much as I was used to being able to almost have this level of control freak from pulling back, and now I'm looking like, oh my God, you guys are all crazy, and it's probably because of me. So it's been real. It's been real. It's been real fun, and it's been real frustrating. That's me. That's my life.
Fun and frustrating.
there it is.
Frustrating.
What about you, Naya?
So for me, it's been very good to be home with the children. So I've always prayed for a work from home job. I just didn't know it was going to turn out like this. And unfortunately, I do have my job. I am working from home. It's almost like I never left my job working from home. I am definitely putting in 40 plus hours a week, trying to find my boundaries and my barriers and all of that. So that first week I thought I had it, and I came up with a schedule and everything. And it was fine for maybe a couple of days. But as I work in higher education, so as the semester progresses and in the position I'm in, the task increase. And so as we got closer to the end of the semester, I just saw things just coming. And it was like, man, I need to get this work done, but I need to spend time with my family, and I just found myself in this place where it was kind of like, they see me and I see it. Like I finally, for the first time, noticed the 8 to 10 hours that I'm out of the house, but I was in the house. I was in the house.
It was there in
but
your
it was
face.
very clear that I was in the work corner doing work and not engaging with the family. And so that was, and it still is. It's a hard pill to swallow, because be here and to still be operating at that same level as if I'm in the office when I should be, utilizing this time to kind of, engage with the family more. So I'm working on that. I need prayer, everybody, in that area, because I do have this crazy work ethic. like crazy. I'm home and I'll sit here and do 12 hours straight working on something. It's insane because I want the work done and I want it out the way so that maybe tomorrow I'll have more time for the family. So it just does that. And there's one of my beautiful children now.
Hi.
Just came in from outside.
Hi. Hi. Where you at? Who's that?
That's Sir Miles.
Hey.
But that's where I'm at now. Oh, the other thing I did is I decided during this time to pursue one of the dreams I've had, which is becoming an educational consultant. So not only did I put myself for the torture of regular work, I sat in this same corner for 4 days straight going through a training again with I finished, it's done, with the end in mind. And the end in mind for me is these long days and long hours will free up more time in the future. So that's where I'm going at it at. But I can see, that at the moment they don't care. They just like, can you get up and come get me a sandwich? Like, so just working on it. And definitely I see it. I have seen how work and life really need that separation and that balance, especially for me because things ain't changed much.
So I have some things that are going through my head. So before I start talking, I want to address some questions to both of you as moms. Like the first question I have, so what kind of conversations did you all have with your children, especially the younger ones, about what's going on? Like how did you all approach those conversations about sheltering in place and not going to school anymore and like everyone's home all together? How did that go for you all?
So I'll go. I have a 7-year-old and a 4-year-old. And, the 4-year-old didn't ask too many questions. The 7-year-old asked a few questions. And what I just came up with is everyone has closed their business to reevaluate their life. And until they get it together, we'll be at home. But he had heard about the virus at school, and stuff like that. And, so we just kind of talked about, the fact that it's spread. Some people are getting sick. We just want to make sure that we stay home. We wash our hands. We, clean up and we do what we need to do to make sure everybody in this house stays healthy. But the world is closed to get their life together. And when they get it together, we'll go back out.
Okay.
My children are a little bit older, so my youngest is 13, and from there on, it's just a bunch of middle schoolers and high schoolers and above. So of course, the younger ones, which is kind of sad, which I realize is that we are very desensitized to death and just in general. So that component really didn't even really matter to them. They're like, oh, we don't have to go to school. So it's just like, so that was a eye opener again, like I spoke to you guys before, of how disconnected we are. Even though we're a part of communities and schools and churches and all those kind of things, they're just disconnected. So bringing a reality to them that, the world is actually changing and people are dying and losing loved ones. Like we've lost loved ones. That part, they just didn't even make a connection to. The older ones, because mom is kind of like the doomsday pastor around the house. They're like, is the world ending? Mom, tell us the truth. Can I go to Jesus?
So is it ending? Can you tell us?
Is it going to go back the way it is? Is it right now? I mean, these are the real conversations we're having. And I definitely have to let them know, well, these are the signs that God promised us. These are the things that God spoke of. And yes, this is a part of the end times. Then I also had to express to them that, God is so amazing that look at how awesome he is to answer the prayers, to be together and have this level of unity and all of this stuff. And forget who wants to do anything about global warming and taking care of our planet. God can do it himself and cause the planet to rest. He can put everybody in place, shut it all down in a snap of a finger. And he says, my air is going to get cleaner. My ground is going to heal. And that for them was something to say, it's a positive thing, even though negative things are happening. It's that cloud with the silver lining. So definitely a little bit different conversations. And Naya, yours were more, better than mine. Mine were just like.
But I mean, the conversations had to be different because of the age groups,
I got a son over here making faces. He wanted me to say something too. I did. I'm here going to the bathroom. Sorry, you guys. Back to you.
This is
So
life.
I had another question, but I can't remember it right now, but it'll come back. So while I'm thinking of that question, I'll share with me. So my situation is totally different than Naya's and Lynette because I am single and I live um, by myself with a dog who is aging before my eyes. He's 8 years old, going on 100. And I have really, this has really been that season of me knowing that, wow, I am single and by myself. Not having any human interaction going on weeks upon weeks was difficult because I'm just naturally extroverted. So it definitely put a spotlight on me being extroverted and also starting a new job where I work at home, where I'm not going to be meeting with people, either.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. So when the shelter in place, all right, guys, sorry for the interruption. Technology, that's something we're learning to deal with right here now in the pandemic. But I was talking about being single and realizing that now that I work from home, that my new normal that I experienced when shelter in place is not really going to change that much. So trying to really sit with, okay, God, I really do feel like you led me in this direction to pursue this new career opportunity. But how am I going to cope with being, by myself, with myself all the time? So that is definitely something that I am earnestly praying for and seeking guidance. Hopefully I'll be in this place where I can work from share office space or coffee shops and things like that. But because of, what the news is saying about how our normal may look different with mask or with social distancing, I'm kind of leery of that as well. So just trying to kind of figure that all out as I get ready for the second half of the year. So just FYI, do y'all realize the second half of the year is upon us, 2020?
Right around the corner. We just entered into May.
That thing about getting older where it seems like when we were younger, everything went so slow. It's like, oh, this summer vacation lasts forever. And now it's like this year lasted as long as the summer vacation. Right.
Exactly.
Speed and I don't like it. I don't know about you guys, but I'm like, this is not okay. I'm gonna need January to slow down.
Really fast. It's really fast. I usually switch my closet out. My winter clothes are still in there. I said, I'm not going back outside till it's cold again. Why bother?
Does anyone
know what to do right now? I'm like, hey.
Is it just me, or does anyone feel like when I heal? So I'm naturally introverted. People don't know that because I am completely insane, especially when I am outside. But that is just what I don't know. I am natural. I am really introverted.
I see your face, Elena.
I am.
I said it's a hard one to believe.
It is. But hey, I'm naturally extroverted, and people find that hard to believe because I'm very quiet. So
exactly. See, so it's exactly. So when I look at Elena's life over there, I'm like, Elena, I got a whole people over here. Want to do a little swap for a couple of days. I mean, does anyone feel like, and when I look at Naya, you are so disciplined. I mean, there is something about you and your work ethic that is just here, it's always there. Even with the structure that you have with your family, like I told you guys before, they sent me an email, said, do you want to end school? And I was like, yes. Okay, end it now. That you feel like, you got almost exactly what you prayed for or you asked for, and now you're just one of the most ungrateful people in the world. Because I'm like, I will take Elena and I will take Naya any day just to have a break sometimes from what I asked for.
Well, I can concur with that. Because a lot of people, prayed for more time with their family, prayed to be home, prayed for, time alone, prayed for all these different things. And voila, God has blessed us all with it. Mm-hmm. And I know the same boxes that I said, God, if you just gave me more time, they're still packed. Okay. God, if you just gave me the opportunity to, and I'll put up these clothes or, sit up my office or clean out my bathroom, everything has stayed the same. Mm-hmm. Everything has stayed the same.
Yep. Me too. So when I think about Naya and her ability to like
Be productive.
finish, like she said, she have all of these tasks and
She accomplished a goal. Like in addition to working,
girl,
she did something extra.
You didn't get it. And I'm like, okay. Once I had finished the first book project, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna immediately just give me some more time. Before the pandemic, I haven't touched a page on writing another page in this book. So it's just like, I had to realize like, girl, this isn't procrastination. This is like lazy. This is like, do you really want it? This is like, who are you really? Like I told you guys before, I no longer really am chasing the dream. I'm like trying to chase the dreamer and kind of grab her and just like look at her and examine her like, are we the same? Because what I'm saying, I'm not really feeling right now.
So that leads to the question I have for all of us, and I think it would be a great way for us to wrap up is like, what have you learned about yourself during this time of sheltering in place? What is the thing that you have learned about you during this season?
I ain't answering that. I'm gonna let Naya go.
You gotta answer that.
I'm going last, but I can
okay, you can go last.
It's got to be a lie. We'll come up with a good one too. Go ahead, Naya.
Like I said, I've learned that I have this crazy drive and work ethic. And I've also learned that I need to apply that same energy to my family. That same energy to my family. It's not all about work. But again, the work is a structure that I fit into and have learned, and I meet the mold. Wow. The family is wild, crazy, wide open, and I gotta create the structure. So I don't know if I think we had this conversation the other day about the structure versus the unstructured. And so it's kind of like, okay, I can sit in this structured corner and focus on all these tasks. Yes. Then it's like, okay, I need that same energy to get to the family, to create tasks and to do stuff and to be there and to just be present. Just really be present and there. Like, again, I'm the work lady. So when are you going to be happy, light, and fun?
Wow. That's good.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm happy, light, and fun all the time and don't get any work done. But I'm doing that by myself. But what I have learned for me in this season is that I do not live alone, actually. I have this little existence being that lives with me called fear. And it goes with me everywhere. Fear of success, fear of failure, fear of getting started, fear of finishing. All this little figure is like walking around in everything that I do. So I'll get started on something, and then like the fear of how is this going to manifest? How is this going to work out? And it just stops me in my track. I've been trying to hang curtains for like the last couple of weeks, and I'm like, you're fearful of damaging walls. This is a place you purchase for yourself. They're your walls. But you're so fearful that you're going to damage the wall that you are just terrified to even hang up a bracket to hang up your curtains. And I was like, you have too much power in my life, and I need to evict the fear. I need to go give them some papers and kick them out.
All right.
They were powerful.
I think we could do a to be continued with mine, since we have less than a minute, and just thank our viewers for tapping in. And I need a little
Is that a teaser?
Live. Yes. And hey, you guys, first thing on the next video, you'll find out what I've learned. How about that?
Bye.
All right. Bye.
Bye. It's a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.